Hey guys, welcome back for today's NBA pick video play for March 13, 2019. As always, you can check out all of our picks for today over at stumpthespread.com, which is linked down in the video description. Coming into this one, talking about this Eastern Conference matchup between the Detroit Pistons and the Miami Heat, and we're going to give our lean on where we see the better value on the over-under. A relatively low total here at just 210 points. Now, the Pistons, in their last outing, just not showing up. In terms of their offensive numbers, it was pretty ugly as Detroit fell to the Brooklyn Nets on the road by a final of 75-103. But this is an outlier in terms of what we've been seeing from Detroit over the past month of action. Prior to this loss in Brooklyn, the Pistons were on a 5-game winning streak where their offense was carrying them to some pretty impressive results, putting up 131, 112, 131, 112, as well as 129 points, respectively. The Pistons, their offensive numbers have been improving even with that really poor showing on the road against Brooklyn. So they're going to try to bounce back in this one, see if that's just a blip or a trend, that convincing defeat to the Nets. On the year, this Pistons team 34-32 overall, which has them within the playoff picture in the Eastern Conference. Miami, the home team, a very important game for them here today on their home court as they try to continue to push their way into that playoff picture, right on the fringe now of trying to get in. Of course, the Miami Heat at just that 31-35 overall record, a pretty weak playoff picture at the back end of the Eastern Conference, allowing the Heat, giving them an opportunity to try to get in. Actually, Miami is first place within the Eastern Conference's Southeast Division, which has just been a brutally terrible division this year. Miami first place at 31-35 overall. Pretty amazing stuff. So the Heat in their last outing, it was a higher scoring affair, but Miami coming up well short on their home court against the Toronto Raptors, losing that one by a final of 104-125. And over this past week, their past two games, Miami, they've been higher scoring affairs. Their other home game coming in a 126-110 win over the Cavaliers. On the season, these are two teams that actually, in general, haven't played with a ton of tempo and pace, which is why we're getting such a low total here at 210. We take a look at their numbers. The Heat averaging around 106 points per game, giving up a similar amount. The average total in a Miami game at about 212.5 points, so a little bit higher than what we're getting here. And then the Pistons averaging right around 108 points per game, giving up a similar amount. So on the year, the average total in a Detroit game at about 215 to 216, so moderately higher than the total in this matchup. So the fact that both of these teams average higher than the total we're getting here today, and the fact that outside of their last outing, the Pistons have actually looked really strong offensively, and Miami, their last two outings coming in higher scoring affairs, we feel like all of the ingredients are here to potentially go to the over and have a slightly higher scoring matchup than what Vegas is expecting. So with all that being the case, we're going to go ahead side with the over 210 points as the better value play. If you agree, give the video a thumbs up. Disagree, give it a thumbs down. Again, you can check out all of our picks for today over at stumpthespread.com, which is linked down in the video description. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we hope to see you guys back here for our next video.